Africa's fashion is on every runway in the world. The designers who build it are still not getting paid for it. So The Nation recently ran a headline that I genuinely can't stop thinking about. It said, despite immense creativity, Kenyan designers are notably absent from global fashion stages. And I read that and I thought, yeah, that's the sentence. That's the whole problem in one line. Because here's what's also true. Africa's fashion industry is worth $31 billion. Louis Vuitton, Dior, Gucci, they have all borrowed African prints, African beadwork, African textile traditions, and walked them down runways in Paris and Milan. And the designers who actually created those aesthetic traditions, largely not in the room, largely not on the ticket, largely not getting paid. So today, let's talk about that gap. It's the same gap we've been talking about this entire series, just wearing different clothes.
Yeah, boy.
Blame me, I'm a Costa Rican dude. Oh my God! Yes, see nothing yet.
So let me be clear about something first. Kenya's fashion scene is not small. It's not emerging. It's already here. Nairobi Fashion Week has become a genuinely important event on the continental calendar. This year, 12 designers from Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, and Mali came to Nairobi specifically to test the East African market. They came here. West Africa's most established fashion designers chose Nairobi as their entry point. That's a statement. Now, Kenya has a 14 billion apparel market. Netflix and Amazon are shooting here. The Kalash Awards this year had Ruto on stage committing $1 billion to the creative sector. The 20 to 30% film rebate scheme has brought international productions, and with them, a real appetite for Kenyan styling, Kenyan set design, Kenyan creative direction. The talent is here. The market is here. The international attention is real. So then why is The Nation talking about Kenyan designers being absent from the global stage? The problem, and I want to say this clearly, is not that Kenyan designers aren't good enough. That's not the conversation. The problem is structural. It's the same structural gap running through every part of the creative economy we've talked about in this series. The talent exists. The infrastructure to convert that talent into sustainable business does not yet exist at scale. In Nigeria, designers have built businesses around local tailoring networks, diaspora-linked premium demand, and access to global buyers. Brands like Hanifa, Andrea Liama, and Kenneth Ize are stocked at major international retailers now. Not just because of talent, because of business model, distribution, IP protection, and access to finance. In Kenya, 80% of clothing sales are still mitumba, second-hand imports. That tells you everything about the retail infrastructure gap. Meanwhile, the IFC is looking at a $2.3 trillion global creative economy opportunity and specifically identifying African fashion as a priority. And they keep hitting the same wall. The designers are talented. The investors need a business plan. The gap between those two is where years of creative work goes to die. Tokyo James, one of Nigeria's most internationally recognized designers, a regular at Milan, said it at a recent industry event. We need investors to see the brands that have done the work and take equity to build them up. He's talking about Lagos. He could also be talking about Nairobi. So what's the move? If you're a designer or creative in Kenya, the opportunity is real. The international appetite is real, but the path to the table goes through business infrastructure, not creative output. A rate card, a proper contract, IP registered, a verified profile that tells a brand or buyer who you are before you meet them. The Kenyan Fashion Council is already working on shared manufacturing units to reduce production costs. That's exactly the structural thinking that unlocks scale. Now, if you're a brand or company investing in creative, Kenyan fashion is not a charity case. It's an asset class. The IFC, Afrexim Bank, and Equity Group are all looking at creative economy investment vehicles right now. The question is whether Kenyan designers can meet investors with the business documentation they need. That gap is closable quickly with the right support. And for everyone, understand that mitumba is not just a retail preference. It's a symptom of infrastructure failure. Change the infrastructure and you change the market. The designers are ready. The world is looking. What's needed is a system that connects the two. Louis Vuitton didn't discover African prints. They borrowed them, often without credit, often without compensation, from a creative tradition that has been here for centuries. That's changing. Not because the luxury houses suddenly grew a conscience, Because African designers are building their own platforms, their own audiences, their own commercial infrastructure, slowly but deliberately. The headline today says Kenyan designers are absent from global stages. My answer to that headline is not for long. Not if we build the systems that give them the runway, literally and figuratively, to be there. That's the work. That's what matters, and we're doing it. See you in the next one.